unemployment numbers are down nationally, but what exactly will that mean for thousands of unemployed here locally who are probably biting their fingers, wondering if they're going to get a job? They were there at the job fair today. You were there as well. What happened?
They're probably anxiously waiting, just as you said, hoping they get that call or that email. And there were more than 2,000 folks out there trying to get a job, handing out their business cards and their resumes, and more than 100 employers. Now, we were also there and we asked city leaders what Charlotte is doing to attract major companies to keep those unemployment rates down.
It's very hard to get a job. Very, very hard.
Lines like these kind of remind you of Christmas shopping for bargains, right? But these men and women didn't come for a bargain. They came to get hired.
You can't come in with a negative attitude. You got to project positivity.
Michael Gretzinger hasn't taken home a paycheck for the last 5 months.
Me personally, a multiple background from logistical side, military side, radio, television, broadcast side. So it pays to have be a multitasker.
It's urgent. It's really urgent to find a job as soon as possible. Right. Because of my bills.
Beefing up your book smarts could help you find work quicker. Some recruiters tell me make sure you dress the part, have a resume that's easy to read, and do a little research about the company to market yourself to let them know that you are the best candidate for that position.
And what I try to do to stand out is also try to present myself in a manner that, I don't want to come off as too arrogant or cocky, but you do have to kind of be proud of your skills, and back up what you say.
We've seen the unemployment numbers be as high as 10%. They have been now around 6%. That's still high in my opinion.
Mayor Cannon sponsored the job fair. He says city leaders are eyeing companies in the energy, healthcare, and construction sectors.
One thing we want to focus on is trying to recruit companies that are international. They may be overseas, and they do have an interest in the city of Charlotte. That is going to allow us to create some business development opportunities that in turn creates jobs, helps us to expand our tax base, and allows us to reinvest back into our communities.
Mayor Cannon says while the job numbers have dropped, he says a lot of folks have also pulled out of the job market. That's why these numbers are a little bit lower.
Okay, so that adds a little bit of context to these numbers, and folks at home might be a little bit surprised to see 6.6% unemployment across the board.
Across the board, not a type of folks. We double, triple check them, in fact. 6.6 is the national unemployment rate, as well as the unemployment rate in North Carolina and South Carolina, as well as in Charlotte. Now let's take a look county by county to see how locally we're doing with unemployment. Well, see a couple of outliers here.
Right, Catawba County, 7.3%. That's pretty high given the comparison here with Mecklenburg County, for example, or Union County.
Right, Union is at our lowest, so definitely some good news, but again, as you mentioned, we have Catawba, Gaston, and even Mecklenburg all higher than both the state and the national unemployment average, so still a lot of folks without a job hoping to take home a paycheck soon.